Morning everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home Gardening. So I'm at the allotment again and I'm going to be tackling the plants behind me, which are the cut flower chrysanthemums. And we are third week of November, so ordinarily they would be long finished flowering, or certainly well past flowering, and should be going into dormancy. This year it has been particularly mild, but nevertheless we've had a couple of frosts now, so it's time to get these done. So I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a little look. So just having a quick look on the beds, you can see that they are now kind of going past what was their best, and these are all show cut flower varieties. So they are particularly good, but they do need staking, and staking a lot better than I managed this year. So this bi-colour orange red here is Hanenburg. It's a really good grower, good performer. Got John Riley, which ordinarily can't find a stronger looking bloom. Let's have a look around here, see if there's one that hasn't kind of popped. Oh yeah, so that's a nice nice show one. Now these are not a show type, but actually these ones here, these sort of crimsony coloured ones, these were ones that I propagated from some cut flowers that came out of Sainsbury's actually. So they do produce quite a good spray of flower, but just very late on in the season, so to be honest they're not much use. These will stay in here. This is an old late flowering spray. Don't know the actual name of it, but it came from a previous boss that I had. But it always flowers for about Christmas time, so it is very good performer. Right, I missed out to these. So this one here, that's Alois. It's I think it classes as an early intermediate. So this is salmon, and then these ones here, these are all Alois varieties. So you can see we got Alois pink, which cut most of the flower off, but again it's quite a nice sort of baby pink when it's going. That is Alois white, yellow, which is ordinarily quite a good strong grower. Alois primrose. So yeah, as you can see, they're not looking the best now. They need to really come out of the beds, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a small border fork, gently lift them out. You will find that there won't be a lot of root to them because they are quite a shallow rooting thing that produces small fibrous roots. But the most important thing is to protect this area, because as you can see, it's already trying to send up some new shoots, and that's going to be our growing shoots or propagation material for next year. So you want to make sure when you're doing your dig out probably a good foot's worth of root balling around that. So we'll get those dug out and then go through the next stage. I think what I will do, I'll just do one variety at a time to make it easy. Just starting by doing a crude prune on the top foliage, just to get the stems down. Makes it easier for taking out. Undo any ties and take off your stakes, and that is essentially what we're left with. And now, so just get the border fork in there and ease up the plants, so you don't want to go too crazy. I say, you won't have a tremendous root to it. Right, so that's what we want. So these came from plugs. Well, some of these came from plugs. I think there was one of each as a plug, and then some's been cutting material that I took off the plug. So just tidy them up, and you can see that's what we're left with. So it's quite a good size. Just pop it there, like so. And what I'm going to do, so you can see there's a bit of a breakage in the stem there, but just take that off and cut that off, and essentially that is what I want to keep. Remove a bit of this excess soil, like so, and pop it into the tray, making sure that you put your label with it, and then on to the next. And basically that's the plan. Just thought I'd show you this one. So this is the Alois White, and you can see all of this growth was what's come from, or what was growing underneath the ground. And so you can really see that planting chrysanthemums a little bit deeper in the ground will give you stronger plants, and it will ultimately yield you with a lot more shoots, which will in turn hold more flower. So yeah, it does pay, I think, to do your planting so that you're actually planting them a bit deeper into the ground, and allowing for good plant root formation. That's another tray done. Now, just with the shoots, it's a good idea, just cut them down to about 3 or 4 inches above the root zone, because quite frankly, and they're not going to do much more. But as always, just make sure you're doing your nice neat cuts, and really that is as much as you need to do. Let's just whip that down a bit more. Well, that is all the chrysanthemums lifted and boxed up, cut back, whatever. Very important as you're going through and lifting, just to have a check for any bugs or grubs that might be within the soil or the root zone. You certainly don't want to be lifting these and potting it just to be overwintering things like vine weevil or chafer grub, leather jackets, that sort of thing. So yeah, good idea to check for the grubs. Equally, have a check for the clear eggs of slugs and snails. Again, don't really want to be overwintering those. So that's 8 varieties lifted that I want to keep and want to propagate. I have left in the golden chrysanth that will be for my Christmas winter cut flower, and then that purple variety, well, that's just going to be cut down and discarded, as I don't need that or don't want that anymore. So job done. Yeah, quite nice to get it done, and just means now that I can get on and do a bit of tidying, which it definitely needs. So all that's to say is thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it of use, and yeah, give you perhaps a couple of tips on how best to lift and store your chrysanthemums, or certainly what to do in your preparation stage as for actual storage. Just bed the chrysanthemums into some fresh compost that is on the dry side, and you just want to keep them in a bright but frost-free environment, so it doesn't need to be heated, and literally that is it until we get to springtime. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the reminder button so don't miss out on future videos that I might be doing, whether that's vegetable wise or plant wise or even DIY. Yeah, again, I always say it, but just enjoy what you're doing, enjoy being outside and making the most of this unusually warm November weather we've been having. So till next time, bye for now.